Hello there, Cancer. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of March 7th through March 13th. What we have showing up for you on Monday is the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is just telling me that you are having a good time with friends on Monday. This can be getting an email from a friend that you haven't heard from for a long time, or this can be having dinner with friends, or anything in between, but it's just an enjoyable time with some people that you care about and that you trust. So that's Monday. Now Tuesday, Cancers, you have the King of Coins showing up. This is somebody that you will be interacting with on Tuesday. I'm hearing that for some of you, this is going to be your father. For others of you, this is going to be your brother. For others of you, this is going to be a boss or a supervisor. So we've got a lot of different ways that the King of Coins is manifesting in your life, Cancers. King of Coins, I'm hearing for some of you, this has to do with somewhere where you live, that this is a person who maybe manages a place where you live, or maybe does maintenance in a place where you live. So a lot of different ways that this is actually coming in, but this is somebody who is pretty comfortable with their resources and who is generous to a T. This is somebody who, the King of Coins is someone who really has a good idea about how to handle their finances and how to handle their earthly assets. And I feel like on Tuesday, this may be somebody who is giving you a few tips about things that you could do to improve your financial situation or your material goods situation. So this, I'm just like thinking about this as, a maintenance person in this situation, but this person could be coming in and giving you advice on, how to make sure that everything in the place where you're renting works really well. That would be advice on material goods. But this also can be definitely financial advice on investing, advice on saving, on paying off bills, what have you. But I feel like this person is coming and giving you some kind of advice about a financial situation or about material good situation on Tuesday. Now let's move on to Wednesday, Cancers. What we have here is we have the Ace of Coins. This is telling me that you're receiving some kind of gift on Wednesday. I've had this card come up for people who've won a lottery draw for like $4,000. I've had this come up for people who have literally been given gifts. This has come up for people who found money just waving in the grass as they were walking home from wherever they were. So this can be something that you would think of as a gift, or this can be some kind of surprise new asset that you weren't necessarily expecting. So in other words, a gift from the universe. But some kind of gift on Wednesday, and for most of you this will be financial. For some of you this could be material goods that have some worth, but I feel like for most of you we're talking about a financial gift, Cancers. Now on Thursday we have a water card. We have the Six of Cups. And this is just telling me that on Thursday you are looking back at a different time in your life and thinking about how good things were back then. So looking back at this time with some sentimentality. You could be looking back at your childhood. You could be looking back at the beginning days of the relationship that you're in now. Or you could be looking back at, when you first met some of your best friends that you've had for most of your life. A lot of different things you could be looking back at, but basically the gist here is looking back at the past and enjoying those old memories. So that's Thursday. And then Friday, Cancers, what we have coming up next is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. What do we have here? This is different than anything I've ever pulled off of this card before. This has to do with, how do I want to say this? Some of you, I feel like on Friday, you're going to be learning a new language or learning some keywords in a new language so that you can understand some of the people around you. For others of you, I feel like you are going to be, there's going to be something that is going to be made clear to you, and I feel like it's going to be made clear over time. So like you don't learn a whole new language in one day, but you can learn some key phrases in one day. To me, whatever this is being made clear. I feel like you're starting to get the first inklings on Friday, but it will take some time to get the full details. But it just looks to me like there's some kind of clarity coming in, and it's coming in as a process, a gradual process, and that is starting on Friday. So, and I feel like it's clarity around a particular thing, and this is going to be something that you have been looking at, Cancers, and wishing that you understood better and wishing that you had more clarity on. So for those of you learning a language, this is going to be a language that you've been wanting to learn, you've been wanting to understand for a while. For others of you that this is a different thing, it's still the same. It's still something that you've been wanting to understand for a while. Okay, so Saturday, what you guys have is the Fool card. And this just tells me that there's some kind of new beginning for you Saturday. For some of you, this is going to be in relationship. And I have to say that just because you have a new beginning in a relationship doesn't necessarily mean you have a new relationship that's beginning. A lot of times we have new beginnings in relationships when we come to new understandings about that other person, or about what we want in relationship, or about ourselves, or life in general. And so this is more what this feels like to me. This feels like understanding, having that greater clarity, and maybe that's tied in with the Wheel of Fortune from Friday, but this is about having that greater clarity with this new understanding and just really starting new. It's almost like, and for most of you, this is in relationship, although not for all, but it's almost like if you had a blackboard and you had all of this information written on the blackboard, or I guess now people are more familiar with whiteboards, but you had all this information written, and it was just years and years and years of accumulation of information. And all of a sudden you start to get more clarity, and you start to understand that maybe that information that you had accumulated over time was not really based on a good solid foundation. So maybe that information is not as solid as you thought. This is like taking that blackboard or that whiteboard and just wiping it completely clean, and just washing it down and starting over. Whole new start with the Fool card on Saturday. So even if this is an old relationship, I feel like you're seeing things so much more differently that the relationship itself might even feel new whenever you're starting over with this new start on Saturday. Now, this doesn't have to be a relationship, although that is what I'm feeling for most of you. This new start could have to do also with anything really that you care about. This could have to do with work. This could have to do with the way you used to always view work, and now you're viewing work in a different way, whether it's your job that you work at that you're viewing in a different way, or whether it's work in general and what you want from work in general. But whole new start is the bottom line on Saturday. And I feel like that whole new start does have to do, for most of you Cancers, with a whole new way of thinking about things, that it's not necessarily a whole brand new start with a new person. Okay, so let's look at Sunday. You Cancers have the 3 of Coins showing up on Sunday. This is just telling me that you are going to be collaborating with other people in creating something joyful. And I'm kind of almost giggling to myself because I'm hearing create a joyful noise. And I heard that a lot when I was younger in church. So maybe you are creating a joyful noise. Maybe you're part of the choir or the band at church. Or maybe this is something that's completely away from church, but just creating something joyful with other people. I don't feel like this is a single thing. This is definitely a collaborative event when you've got the 3 of Coins showing up. So making a joyful noise, making some kind of joyful noise on Sunday for you Cancers. So good for you. Yay. So that is your week. Thank you all so much for stopping by, for hanging out, liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. Everyone have a fantastic week. I'll see you back here the next time. Peace out.